Good morning. Welcome to Julian's Detroit Driver Blue rideshare channel. This is dedicated to the encouragement and support of all those in the rideshare industry in the Metro Detroit area. Just wanted to touch base with you guys again. I know it's been a couple days since I made a video. Had a great couple days doing Uber, and wanted to touch on an interesting set of ideas that is important for all rideshare folks, especially when you're starting out. So, always important to have goals, number one, in terms of where you're going to be part-time, full-time, whatever. So, even if you're part-time, it's good to have a goal or two, when you want to be out, probably about what time of night you're going to be out. With part-time work, the best time to be out is going to be, during the bar times. That way you can maximize your money and you don't have to be out as long. Full-time work, best times to be out is really during the morning rush and then into the early and then into, of course, beginning. You can even begin as early as 1, 2 p.m. and then cruise on into the afternoon rush and have a pretty profitable day. There's been times I've made close to 100 by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And lately, I've hit my goals, which was really good for this weekend. On Saturday, all in all, I made just around 100 in one night. And I went out kind of later on at night, around 9 o'clock-ish. And I was still able to clear, by the morning, I was still able to clear around $100, including tips. Something happened pretty cool that I wanted to share about. Well, let me just get back to one of the things I was doing, or one of the things I had did the night prior. I only had made, let's see, this is going to be Sunday night. I only had made, Saturday night was the 93 on the app, and the Sunday was like only initially was only 56 in the early part of the night, and started doing some airport runs and some late night runs into Monday. I ended up going to the airport, like I said, and managed to deselect UberX, and after taking one airport UberX ride, which is about a $14 fare that I got, a little bit over $14, thought for sure I was going to get a tip. Had a great conversation with the young lady. Very stable young woman, living downtown, kind of a well-to-do part of the downtown area on the southwest side of the city. So I thought for sure, pretty much go to the same church. I thought for sure that I was going to get something, a little extra, a tip. Nothing from her. Did everything to make her feel comfortable in terms of my conversation. She was inquisitive about my day and how things were going. Everything seemed to be okay, and it was kind of odd that she did not tip. Goes back to the old idea of you can never assume what rider is going to tip and what rider is not going to tip. Also, the very same day, very same morning, went back to the airport. Like I said, I deselected UberX and I had UberSelect remaining. And many of you know, I may have shared this in one of my videos, but I drive a 2015 Ford Taurus SEL, and it's in pretty decent shape for 2015 Ford. And it's my very first Ford, and it's been working out really good for me. Passengers love it, get a lot of good compliments on it and stuff like that because I take care of the interior very well and always keep it shiny and nice. Always try and get car washes at least once a day, sometimes once every 2 to 3 days, depending on if we don't get any precipitation or not. Especially if it's a sunny day, I will definitely get a car wash. Anyway, sitting in the parking lot with only UberSelect. I'm sitting there watching a whole bunch of rideshare folks like basically going in and out of somebody's walking by. I just didn't want to keep talking. I'm going to look inside my car and think some lunatic is in here. Anyway, well, we are rideshare. So anyway, let me get back to my point here. As I'm sitting there watching all these Lyft and Uber people going out of the parking lot, probably taking these UberX rides very quickly. Saw one person leave and then come back in the same space of 45 minutes. So I know I was there probably about an hour and a half waiting, and it was like 15 to 25 or 15 to 21 that I was in the queue in our waiting lot area. And then it went to like 10 to 15. And then I think it went to 6 or 5 to 10 in the queue, between 6 and 5 ahead of me in the queue. And then it went to 1 to 5 ahead of me. Now, this was a gamble, and I'm thinking, I can't believe I just did this, because what if this guy just wants to go to the nearby hotel? What if he just wants to go to a restaurant to eat? And then that's all I get for a simple select ride. Well, long story short, I get the ping. Head to McNamara Terminal, pick up Darren, and I'm thinking, okay, great, so we got an UberSelect, definitely says UberSelect, pick up Darren. Go there, and sure enough, gentleman, very kind, very professional, very, very serious about why he's here and what he's doing. We'll just say in the medical field. And we had a really decent conversation. One thing I did learn is how, when I'm leaving the airport, on the map, as I'm taking the entrance to the exit area off the service area alongside the terminal, there's a quick I-275 northbound exit ramp that if you don't get on it quickly, you will miss it. And notice that that's where it wanted me to exit and turn real quick to take the gentleman. I did that. And then, not really paying so much close attention to my app, I did not stay on the route that would take me to I-275, but he did not change it in the app. It was sort of hard to read the app a little bit. Maybe it was putting me on the northbound 275, but it really had a strange set of roadways together, and it wasn't very clear as to what roadway it was putting me on. And I literally I only had not even a 16th of a mile to figure out exactly what road I was going to be on, or eighth of a mile, however long. I mean, it was very, very quickly. So anyway, he realized that he did not put it in the app properly, or whatever the case was. To the best of my knowledge, I may have missed it. I got off on Eureka, had to hook back around and jump back on 275 northbound. And the app took me, apparently he did something in the app and it put me back on 275. So I looked at the time frame. It was like 49 minutes or something. And I'm like, well, this is only going to, I'll just say someplace in northern Oakland County. Well, middle Oakland County. And I'm thinking, okay, this will be a decent ride. He wanted to stop off. His person, he was going to meet him there, was going to be about 10 minutes late. I went ahead and extended myself customer service wise. I was going off the app anyways because I was later in the airport waiting area than I wanted to in that queue situation. Just, I was tired. I had been out all night long. It was time to go. So I went ahead and clicked go offline option after I was done with this ride. So I could definitely tell that I was doing my best I could definitely tell he was receiving this positive interaction and this willingness to help him out, to make his connection, and was taking him up to a very important situation that he had to remedy with his vehicle before he could go on and meet up with his colleagues. So I ended up dropping him off. Turns out the vehicle situation wasn't as bad as he thought, and dropped him off without a problem. Clicked off, completed the trip, and noticed the fare. $79 fare that I received. Going from Metro Airport to this area in Oakland County, Waterford area, we'll just say. It was amazing. I have not had an UberSelect ride for that distance that I got so much on. I was so happy because I made my goal, because due to the other rides that I had that day, I had achieved my $150 goal for that particular night. All in one ride, I was able to get to that point. I know it's a 14-minute clip here. You didn't think it was going to be that long, but just wanted to share that just when we think taking a gamble on or waiting and having a little bit of hope and just seeing what happens on these apps sometimes is the best way to go. You can be strategic. I guess you could call it strategic to a degree, but deselecting that UberX while in the queue, being UberSelect, that was a beautiful thing. That was awesome. And it just happened to be that I got that decent amount for that fare. So Uber on, Lyft on, do your thing out here. Get your Motor City on. Definitely gonna come up with a decent little slogan like everybody seems to have out there in YouTube rideshare land. So probably get some suggestions from anybody who's might be starting to watch any of these. Again, it's going a little bit past the mark that I was aiming for. I was only aiming for a 12-minute video. Now it's up to 15 minutes. Well, thought it'd be justified because it's been a while since I made a video. So last night I just did a few rides after meeting up with some friends. Before I kind of came back around, I had to do a private fare prearranged deal. So more on prearranged rides for the next video. Well, peace to all, and hope you're getting ready for the holidays, especially Christmas. You celebrate Christmas like I do. Later.